Look, up in the sky. Is that a bird? A plane? No, it's the Capes and Lunatics Action Comics 1000 Super Spectacular. I am Phil, and that hardcore DC fan over there is...
It's Lilith Hellfire, y'all. I don't know if I'm going to give you people what you came for, but I'm going to give you something.
Wow. Watch out, guys. It's always trouble when they say that. Mm-hmm. And you knew they were going to definitely, any Superman book, but especially 1000, they're going to promote Krypton.
Oh, yeah. The worst part about it.
Come on, let's keep it positive. We're both wearing the symbol of hope.
But I'm wearing the better symbol of hope. This is Superman's greatest costume ever. Has so much significance in the history where he stands.
Resurrection.
And we didn't get it in Justice League, and we should have. But that's another subject for another time. So, did you only get the one, the standard?
Yeah, I just got the one. I figure maybe eventually I'll get the other variants, but definitely I'll probably be a sucker when Detective hits 1000 next year. I
do want the blank variant because I do plan on some of these guys show up at cons, and so my goal is to have like at least, especially like the artists specifically, they usually do show up at Artist Alley. These guys specifically, so I definitely want the blank variant to have autographed. But I got the 1940s one. This is actually my favorite one.
Ooh.
And then the 1930s one is really stunning as well too.
Nice.
I didn't like anything past like the 50s. It was all kind of goofy.
I think online I saw wasn't there like an 80s version.
There's 30s through 2000s.
Okay.
And then the blank variant, so it's technically 10. Yeah.
But yeah, 80 years.
Yeah. And of course, no big momentous moment would be completed, DC, without a book to celebrate it.
That's right.
I know Phil's a sucker. He picked this up too, right?
Yep. What, the 80? Yeah. Hardcover.
Yep.
Everyone.
Of course. That's all they had.
Have you well, is yours still wrapped?
No.
Okay.
I actually ended up with 2, so I unwrapped 1.
Have you taken this slipcover off yet?
No.
All it is like Action Comics covers.
Just the covers?
Yeah.
Oh, just like in the back without Superman on it? Okay.
Front and back, yeah. Just covers.
I really did enjoy the foreword.
Yes.
So Laura, she's a good egg. She really is.
Oh, where should we begin?
What was your favorite story?
Well, of course,
I thought Tom King did a great job, but I think that they kind of did it as a disservice by making that the free. Wasn't that the free story that they put out, the 5 pages for the free story?
Oh, I don't know.
When they announced 1000, I feel like that was the one of Tomorrow, right? Of Tomorrow was the one they put out.
Okay, because I thought I'd seen a page or 2 from that 5 minutes too.
That's possible, but I remember when they announced it, all the outlets were like, "And you can read 5 pages of a story," and it was Of Tomorrow. I just remember that one. My favorite one is actually the first one, like my top favorite one.
I, of course, as an 80s and 90s kid, I love Dan Jurgens.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it felt.
Love the art. Yes.
So, I just like Superman Day. Like anytime that a hero gets celebrated, especially when it's Clark, because he literally, I don't do this for that, and they actually do say the actual words in here, and that theme actually pretty much up until you get to Bendis's run, pretty much lingers throughout. Why he does it. He's inspired by the people, that kind of thing. So I
always love Jurgens' art and the group shots.
Yes. So we get the Justice League and some not so Justice Leaguers in that help kind of save the day. so that he can have his time to shine.
Mm-hmm.
And I love how his son's just like, I can stand in for him. I can stand in for him.
I can stand up there and let people applaud for me.
We got a little ham in the house, apparently. Who knew?
Oh yeah. And then what did you think of the second story?
I like that one too. I thought Peter did a really good job. And I love that it's the happy birthday. Here's to another 1,000. And I guarantee you it'll make it to another 1,000. Like, I just want to say this is one thing that Marvel won't have for a very long time. So I'm just gonna relish in this. My better bettiness.
Well, I mean, if Action keeps on its schedule of 2 times a month, and it should only take another 40 years instead of 80.
Who knows? We might be able to get it out once a week if they're that desperate for it.
Well, that's what they did. What was it, from like Action 601 to 40 something? It was weekly for a while in the 80s.
They tried it, yeah, and they realized with all the books on top that it just didn't work. Well,
that's why they said that's why Action hit 1,000 before Detective, because even though Superman appeared before Batman, Detective Comics actually started before Action. So it was that Action Comics Weekly that put it ahead. Well,
only like 6 months, it'd be all right.
Like
a year.
That's
like
the one I tell when you Detective. That's when I'm gonna be getting variants.
They messed up. I told you the hard book was supposed to be 50, but the outlets ran it at $29.99. They couldn't go back on it. And I actually got the one that I paid for. Actually, was like $24, and then with the rush shipping, it ended up being like $29.
Yeah, I know. Tyler was saying I think Amazon had a sale on it or something too.
Yeah. I liked everything but the Bendis. I mean, I don't want to go back to Krypton. Let Krypton stay dead.
Well,
there's a show about it. I don't care.
I was gonna say, you think they're playing up that whole TV show now too? Since
maybe that's what they were holding off on Krypton for, but I don't think that anybody's gonna be doing what Bendis is doing with Krypton. So I really have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, I love that they're doing the cross promotional thing. Although my online book actually had an advertisement for the Flash Wars, and I was like, yeah, I want that. I'm gonna definitely pick that up. I haven't read the Flash in like 20 issues, I think it is. But that made me interested. Mm-hmm. So shout out to the digital platform for making me interested in the Flash again. Yes, I have it in the digital format as well. I'm a sucker. Okay, it's a big deal. I appreciate it. Like I said, it's something DC has that Marvel can't have. So I'm trying to support it. What was my other favorite story?
But like we were saying, I like that I love Peter's story about like the time travel and basically give them
every timeline. I'm coming home to you. Like they realize the importance of Lois Lane and his family, and I just
full page spreads and stuff.
Yeah, like it's about time that they recognize that that's kind of what makes him really, really special.
The family.
Yes. They're the gold standard of comic book couples.
And then we got the Marv Wolfman, some like kind of an old school story, but it was more like about the people of Metropolis more than like Superman, really.
Ooh, maybe he'll be writing for the Metropolis TV show.
And then that story, The Car, Jeff Johns and Richard Donner.
I know. I was really surprised that I wasn't as crazy about it as I thought I would.
I was surprised that I was surprised about that. I thought they would have been announcing that for the last 6 months that they had, Donner was working with Jeff Johns on that.
The 5th season was a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I wasn't that crazy about, but they had to tip their hat to him, so everybody gets a chance to shine. It was just kind of random with all the pinup stuff, especially the Ramita stuff. I'm just like,
yeah,
okay. I didn't really know what that was about. just randomly, here's a pinup of Superman for if you're into that kind of thing. I don't know.
Unless they just had extra artists or something, and they were just like, hey, if you can't draw us a whole story, give us a pinup or something.
Oh, this is the second worst thing, by the way, in the book.
Oh, another full page ad for Bendis.
Get out!
We know. Trust me, if you're picking this up, Bendis.
I can't believe Man of Steel doesn't start till May 30th though. That's insane. That's a month.
That's what I was asking the guy in my store. I was like, wait a minute. So I was like, yeah, because Superman in Action don't come back until after the Man of Steel miniseries, and that doesn't start for like a little over a month. So what? We're not getting any new Superman.
Well, let's just be honest. At least they're giving the fans their pocketbooks a break because
That's true.
a lot of people. I saw people buy because I did have to go to the store to pick these up. I did see people literally. It was one per variant per customer, and I saw people just getting everything. And then a lot of people got the hardcover too. This was the best seller.
So I mean that's good because today too, like the last
this is $50 you're looking at, you know.
And like the last if you're a Superman fan, the last pre-Bendis Superman issue came out. So
cherish it, hold on to it, treat it like gold.
That one was I mean, it was them packing up the house in Hamilton County, and it's like basically, talking about moving on and stuff.
Yeah, moving on to greener pastures. I might have to pick that one up. I don't know, just so that I can compare.
Yeah.
You know what though? I mean, like, no offense to Bendis, I haven't really seen what he could do with Superman, but why isn't Tom King writing it? Like, I really was like, wait a minute. They're showcasing all these different people, and I like all their stuff, and I don't like Bendis' stuff. And it wasn't me just being subjective, just I objectively like everything else. Because I don't care about Krypton.
or put Dan Jurgens back on there.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a chance. I swear I am. But that Man is still a miniseries.
Yeah.
And everything else is on hold until. Why are we kowtowing? What does he have on them?
I know. Why are you giving Bendis everything? Do like you did back in the day. Have like 2 or 3 Superman books and have different creative teams on each one.
Well, I do think that they supposedly they still have the executive council for all the main, the big 7 or whatever. It doesn't feel like that. But like, maybe they're trying to go back to that and streamline it where
maybe. And Super Sons was out today. That's also ending.
That's
soon.
the last Super Sons, right?
Bendis. There's I think there might be one more because this was continued. So okay, I'm thinking one more.
Maybe they were getting Damian burnout, but it's a shame John can't. Doesn't have a little place for him to shine. And then wouldn't have that been interesting if they would have put that in Titans, the TV show?
But yeah, the hardcover. I didn't think this was coming out until like yesterday or today, but it was out of my store last week.
Tuesday. Really?
I had it last week. It was in my store.
Oh.
I think it was out last Wednesday, but I picked it up Friday. Yeah.
Interesting. They're trying to get a jump on that.
Maybe.
But I don't know. I don't think it was worth the money, to be honest.
I mean, if
I have all these stories already other places.
I was gonna say at least the stuff from like after Crisis on, I had all those stories, but I mean, if you're a newer Superman fan, I mean, this is the book for you because there's a lot of reprint. I mean, there's a couple essays, there's a lot of reprints from
the essays are great.
Action number 1, yeah. Like if you don't have a lot of Superman issues, especially the old ones, this is like a good book for you. First,
well, like I said, they've been reprinted together in other places outside of the unpublished story, which was
for Supergirls in here. I think is that the first Brainiac?
Yeah, and Toyman, and I'm just like, who the hell's clamoring for Toyman? Way to bring in Supergirl, the TV show.
So I think they were. It's just like
that is so random. Toyman. They did have a good Lex story in Action Comics 1000. I mean, it was okay, actually. It wasn't the best, but it was okay. I just like how he was like, I know. You got to try to kill me. I know, Lex. It's your thing.
It was more a celebration of Superman than like the actual villains.
I mean, and again, this is the thing, especially very, very true for DC. You're only as good as your villains. That's why Green Arrow isn't as big as Batman. His rogues gallery is kind of
sucks.
So, although, me, if it's not Lex Luthor, I don't care.
Yeah.
So, I love the Lex Luthor and Superman dynamic. I love it. It's the best thing about Superman next to Lois.
Then of course they had to include. Wait, let me get the issue number right. I do have this elsewhere, but yes, Action 662. After Superman's fight with Silver Banshee, him and Lois are already engaged. That's when he reveals his identity.
Yeah. God, look how far comic book art has come since then, bro.
I don't know. I don't even mind that, or I'm
just saying, like, that used to be our standard, and now look at our standard. We've come a long way. Hey, is that the shirt you're wearing? Is that the one that glows in the dark?
I don't believe so.
Oh.
Does yours?
Not the black one, but I do have the Superman shirt from Walmart that glows in the dark.
Oh, Lord.
That S glows in the dark.
I could just imagine her and a boyfriend in bed. No.
Superman squeaky clean fun, kids.
Wait a second. That's no wonder you like farm boys. Okay.
I may or may not call him Smallville. I may or may not.
It could be taken the wrong way. But oh yeah, and then the first issue of Action after Crisis.
We don't talk about Crisis, Phil. You know that.
Well, it's the first one after it, so it's.
I know. We don't even mention anything on the periphery.
It's
a sore subject. What, 35 years later?
Well, and it's the first issue of Action with when the new writer. Tell me if this sounds familiar. The new writer came on and did a Man of Steel miniseries. Tell me if that sounds familiar.
Everything that's old is new again.
One of Charlie Esser's favorite writers.
Yeah. Now Burns' run was good, but it was different.
Mm-hmm.
It was really sophisticated from what we had previously had. I'll just sophisticated suspense. Not quite Alan Moore sophisticated suspense.
I would have been curious to see where he would have went if he would have stayed on the book longer.
Do we ever really know what happened with all that?
I don't know. Did he leave to go to Marvel? Because I know he was on West Coast Avengers for a while. I can't remember. It might have been right after the Superman thing. So I don't know if there was a falling out with DC or if it was just that he went to Marvel, but he wasn't even on there long.
Yeah. It's one of those. Anyway, I don't know. Like, yeah, I guess you're right. If you're a newer Superman fan, that book would be good. But as somebody who literally has everything except for the unpublished issue in the book, I was just like, yeah. I have reprints of almost everything that's old, from the 50s and back.
Yeah, all the modern stuff I had, yeah, but yeah, if you're if you're a newer Superman fan or you don't have a lot of the comics, that book is perfect. Gives you a nice little sample.
I don't mean to be judgy, but it's if you're a Superman fan because of the movies or the comic book show or one of the TV shows, that's good on you. But if you didn't actually sit down and read a comic, you can't be a Superman fan, a real Superman fan. I'm sorry.
Well, that's how I feel about all the DC and Marvel stuff. Is people are oh, I'm such a huge Marvel fan because I've seen every movie. I'm like, well, I've been here. You know what? I've been reading since I was 10 years old. I've been reading for 30 years, son. Guess what? Back in the day, I couldn't whip out a comic book in school. People would be like, oh, that's stupid. But guess what? Now everyone's on the train because all the movies got got good movies now, and some of the TV shows is
yeah.
Bandwagon.
I don't know. That's just how I feel specifically about Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, especially Wonder Woman. You can't say that you're a Wonder Woman fan because you don't and I love Linda Carter's Wonder Woman. Don't get me wrong. That's the best live action version. Fight me, nerds. I said it. You heard it right.
Do you have info? I think I saw a headline just a couple hours ago. Or I don't know, did they or they're trying to get Linda Carter for Wonder Woman 2?
Yeah, they've been working on that for a while though.
She can be the president again.
She just did Super Troopers 2, so I'm sure she'll do Wonder Woman 2. I'm just saying she's not that busy on the casino singing You know, that's what she does. She sings now. I don't know if you guys know that.
I did hear that recently, yeah. But
well, she's been doing that for like 15 years.
Yeah, but I just heard it. I just heard it recently. But well, yeah. Well, I think think she's really into the Wonder Woman mythos, and you know.
Yeah, she is, and she's also an ambassador. So anytime that you can be on a bigger platform and support what you're passionate about, and that's a great opportunity. So I'd be really happy.
They should have made
to see her back.
They should have made her Diana's mother in the first one.
No. It wouldn't have been fair to Gail. It wouldn't have.
True.
We did spend, because think about it, we spent so much time in Thea's mascara.
Okay, Charlie.
So, yeah.
But I
don't know. Like, I'm actually really happy. I thought this was not going to be worth the money. And $8, it's a lot. Mm-hmm. It is a lot. It's 80-page giant issue, and I'm just like, I remember when giant issues were actually giant. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah.
I'm just old enough to remember those, Philip.
I mean, we did get extra pages, but it still seems kind of thin. I don't know.
Yeah, it felt like when I picked it up, I was expecting a little more heft.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more of the magazine style, which is fine.
But I mean, this is a big deal because even online, I saw a Lil from the League of Geeks. He's a big Marvel guy, and he was picking this up at the store today.
Poser.
I'm
just glad. I'm just kidding.
This Week in Geek posers. Who's next? Rob?
Don't be trying to jump on the Aquaman bandwagon. You stay over there with Namor, okay?
Who's next? Rob Southgate's gonna be like, I go to action.
Never. That's when you know the world's ending.
But like we were talking about Wonder Woman, I mean, DC's gonna be milking this train for the next couple of years, like we were saying the other day. Batman's next year, and then 2020, there's a whole bunch of characters gonna be hitting 80 years.
Characters,
including Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman.
Well, Wonder Woman, and that's about it.
Dick Grayson, thank you very much.
Okay. Okay, Dick Grayson.
Jay Garrick. So you can kind of say Flash, but it's Jay Garrick.
He's kind of fallen out of favor. Much like Barry Allen had fallen out of favor. Well, Wally was all the rage at the time. I'm a Jay Garrick fan, but I ain't picking up no $50 book.
I'm still waiting for them to pay off that Justice Society they've been hinting at in the comics, but I wonder if they're waiting for 2020. They're gonna make us wait 2 more years and bring it back.
I would rather that they get their ducks in a row instead of going off half-cocked.
That's true.
That's what's been going on with DC for the last 11 years.
Well, I'm just wondering if they're waiting for the 80th, anniversary to do that.
Whatever they need. Take your time. Don't flub this up.
Then the series will start with an 80-page giant. Thin giant.
I mean, now I like JSA. It's a lot to be learned and gleaned from how popular and why that was popular, and why when the Justice League comic books strayed away from that particular formula, it's never been the same and hasn't done as well. Mm-hmm. And look at where we have 20 different Justice Leagues that nobody wants.
Exactly. That's what we said. We need the Justice Societies back. We need Outsiders back. Don't make everything Justice League and Titans. Everything has its own flavor.
Titans. It's like, I get that supposedly Teen Titan Go is popular. I get it.
It is good.
They keep telling me that. But I'm like, okay.
Titans Go. But
I don't know. I was impressed with it.
So
I thought it was going to be a complete clusterfuck. Honestly.
I know. Well, speaking of, I know you said you didn't like the Bendis story.
It's my least favorite story.
So
it really is.
Is one of the big problems is now there's like a killer who killed Krypton?
Yeah, and Jor-El knew.
Is it like the Batman Joe Chill thing? It's like, make it random. Don't give us like a person responsible.
No, I like the fact that I like the Krypton that destroyed itself from overmining.
That's what I'm saying.
Because it was great technologically advanced society, but they succumb to still these basic.
That's what I'm saying. Don't make it one entity. Yeah, make it that the Kryptonians like destroyed themselves.
Yeah, that's perfect. And they sent their one hope to our Earth.
Well, 2.
And so did he kill? Well, yeah. She got retconned in later because girls, guess what? We like comics too. Doggone it.
I was gonna say 3.
And we don't just the Marvel version of models.
3 if you count the dog.
Oh, that reminded me when I was going through the book. I was like, oh, Crypto when he got his first cover. The Dog House of Solitude. That made me smile. I am a huge Crypto fan. I was really bummed on Smallville. I was like, but that's a golden retriever. You couldn't even get a white lab? Like, really? You suck. I love Crypto.
But yeah, see, girls love comics too.
Yeah, that's what. Well, and Lois Lane, Superman's girlfriend, had a very long running.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how long didn't that and Jimmy Olsen?
She went over 100 issues.
Yeah. Because did the Jimmy Olsen stuff they introduced like the new gods and stuff there and Dark Side and stuff. Is that where they?
I mean, Superman's whole like little peripheral crew had their own books for a very long time, did very well, and then they just kind of fell out of favor as things go. Well, it was too many Superman books. This is the problem with Batman. I feel like Batman one day is just going to collapse upon itself, and we're going to just bring it all back.
I mean, well, they kind of.
Batwoman is getting kind of repetitive. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, at least it's like a bunch of books, but Batman's not in all of them. Like, yeah, you do have a Batwoman book, you have Nightwing, you got Batgirl.
But I'm not saying it's on the peripheral. It's like you can only care about so many Bat fam members.
Yeah, I know.
At one time.
And I wonder if Batwoman or any of those other books are going to suffer because they were getting a Catwoman solo coming soon.
I think Batwoman's gone, bro.
Maybe.
Batgirl and Birds of Prey is probably gone because it's not doing well.
Well, I think they said that is gone.
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. I saw the numbers on that. Well, yeah. The numbers. You can never really be sure about the comic book numbers, but the numbers that they released were never good.
What about Batgirl? What about Batgirl's numbers?
I didn't care to look.
I was gonna say I haven't picked that up in a while, but
yeah. Like not for nothing. I go to a lot of cons and I don't see people cosplaying as a Batgirl of Burnside. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying.
If anything, it's like it's like
the classic purple.
Yeah, or the one she had, when Gail was writing the book.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm so hesitant to even give Bendis a shot at Superman after this one. I don't think that I'm actually going to pick up Man of Steel. I'm going to let you tell me about it.
Okay, I will.
We might have to do 6 weeks of World's Finest where I just go, was it good?
Oh, Tyler couldn't join us tonight. Maybe we got to do that.
Yeah.
Get Tyler to join us for the Man of Steel. Oh, it's 6. Oh, you know what we could do?
What?
It's 6 issues. The Byrne series was 6 issues. We could compare each issue 1 and 1, 2 and 2.
Yes, let's do that.
Nice. I'm so smart.
I'm so smart. I'm so smart.
Compare the Bendis books and the.
Is that even a fair comparison, though?
Well, I mean, we go say,
we'll see.
It's different. See. It's a different, It's
a different era.
Like what, 30 years difference? So.
Yeah, that should actually be fun. I haven't flexed my Superman knowledge in a while, so.
I'll throw that at Tyler. I'm sure he'll be like, yes.
So I take it we didn't get any feedback? No listener feedback?
No, you people are naughty. You just want your free content and aren't willing to work for it.
Maybe we'll get it next week.
You people just expect us to put
up. Maybe like I was saying, maybe some people couldn't get it till Friday.
True.
Which they might be sold out by Friday. I heard it was moving pretty fast.
Well, I mean, I have my pull list, so I just had,
Well, not everybody like me. I don't.
Well, how often do you go to the store? You go digital half the time, most of the time.
Well, I do. I did before I moved. Had a small pull list, but I mean, anytime I go in there, most people are just kind of nobody I know has a pull list anymore. It's all digital, or they just do other things.
Well, I'm just worried because like half the time I go in the store, like some people come in looking for stuff, and the guy's like, "Oh yeah, we only got a couple copies because like nobody ordered that, or you only got
Yeah, exactly. I know. Actually, the 30s variant is the one that's moving the fastest, and that one is by Steve Rude. Apparently, he does some of the Harley variants and stuff. Like that's what he's known for.
And I was telling Tyler, I think last night that I saw even like the Howard Stern show. I guess DC gave them like 3 different sets of like all the variant covers to give away. So I think it's on their website. Yeah,
they're gonna be hard pressed to find pretty soon.
Yeah, they're giving away 3 sets of all the variants. So just for the price alone, it's worth it. Went in for free. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I ain't giving away none of my copies. Don't look at me like that, Philip. What? I'm not giving away my copies.
I ain't asking you, but such a first world laugh. She's like, I got 3. I ain't giving away none.
I'm a selfish only child. I'm sorry.
Oh man, I'm telling you, wait till the detective comes out and be like, look, I have them all.
I know. He's like, that's what I'm going to be.
Although I don't know about that though. If all the action variants sell well,
20 variants.
That's that's the number I had in my head. I'm like, watch, I'll be like 20 variants.
Because he's Batman.
Because it'll be like Batman from every decade. Then it'll be like, oh, look, here's a.
It'll be like a guy. It'll be like David Mazouz.
Dick Grayson as Batman variant.
Damien, grown up Damien, rocking the cow.
The 80s variant will be like a Dark Knight Returns thing or something.
Don't give them ideas. You keep it to 10. Well, you know what though? Not for nothing. DC was the original like generator of variant covers. That, and you know what? It only goes back to what, like 86 or something like that. Like it's not like it's always been a thing.
Oh, were they doing variants in 80s?
Was it 96 or 86?
I don't know.
The first, and I feel like the first one was like a Batman variant or something.
Don't ask me. I was buying off spinner racks and stuff to like the mid 90s.
What?
We didn't have like a lot of like comic shops around here until.
You mean like at the grocery store?
Yeah, or like 7-Eleven or.
I don't even. Although I'm not even old enough to remember 7-Eleven selling comic books.
We still have one around here somewhere, but no, or they actually had like kids. Brace yourselves. Where they actually had like newsstands. We had like 2 or 3 in this area.
What's a newsstand?
Well, not like a newsstand. It was just a store, and they just sold like magazines and comic books, and they would have like little stores in like the shopping centers around here. Yeah, you walk in and Lilith magazines used to be printed on paper.
Ridiculous! Killing trees. Tree killer.
And then there was actually a store at the mall where like they sold like I think it was magazines, comic books, and they sold like cigars. So you walk in, it just smelled like cigars.
Because that's what you want for your comic books. Wow, Philip.
I was like, yes, I know I'm 13. I'm not here for cigars. I'm here for comic books.
Next time I'm over, you must regale the tales of your youth growing up in Pennsylvania.
Yes, not a major.
Me and Luca will listen. We will sit around the fireplace and listen.
Darn millennials.
Anyway, I think it's worth picking up.
Yeah.
Even if you're not like a hardcore Superman fan, it's epic. It's a milestone. If you're a DC fan, you should definitely pick it.
It might be worth something one day.
And the trunks are back, baby.
I know. Wonder if they're gonna explain that or. I mean,
he was feeling nostalgic.
Bendis can't be all bad. He brought the trunks back.
I don't know though. I didn't miss them, to be honest.
I don't know.
It's an important part of who he is, and it's the only thing that I really liked about Superman Returns with Brandon Roth. I was just like, oh, they kept the trunks.
I mean, I think, yeah, Batman doesn't need to go back to trunks, but I think Superman needs the trunks. Superman needs that's like that. If anyone can pull off that classic old school superhero look at Superman,
yes.
You want that clean cut.
I always have to have the spit curl. Like, yes, spit curl in the trunks. That's all I need.
Yes. Whoa.
Hey now. Super clean fun. Super clean fun when it comes to Superman. No shenanigans. Unless it's my fanfics. Anyway, all in all, I give it a B+.
Yeah.
Average of all the stories is a B+.
Yeah. The Bendis brings the average. That would have been an egg.
Terrible. We're never gonna get him on this podcast, bro. Never.
I challenge you, Mr. Bendis. Prove Lilith Hellfire wrong and come on our podcast. But
I'll be nice.
Do you think?
I asked you about Jessica Jones. That's the good thing you did.
I was gonna say if, but when do you think they're gonna have a poster of like all the variant covers?
You can probably find one on Amazon Friday.
Seriously, you aren't selling any new Superman comics until the end of May. Come on.
I know. Give us some merch at least. Oh, did you see the new launching in June, the new Justice League figurines?
I don't think so.
So yeah, they're making like these the main 7 figurines from Justice League and Justice League Unlimited.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
And I'm so excited. Yeah, and it's starting with Superman I think it's June 30th, and you can find them in like wherever you buy your Funko Pops. I'm sure they'll have it.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to.
But I'm really excited because we never really got a lot of Justice League merch.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I'm trying to look for this ad I saw because it wasn't in action. Oh Lord, did you see this ad? Bendis.
I did.
Another 2-page spread for Bendis, man. He better pay off for them.
He's got dirt on somebody, I'm telling you. Or he sold his soul to the devil. Because this is ridiculous.
Then there's
Has there been this much like writer hype ever for anybody?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think I don't think Stan Lee gave himself that much.
Well, hold on. Let's not get ridiculous. Let's not get ridiculous. Of course, Stan Lee gives himself the hype.
There is something it's Superman and other DC, but that DC Nation #0 special. I guess it's gonna have a Batman something, No Justice for the new Justice League stuff, and then I don't know if it's like a primer for Man of Steel. May 2nd, but did you see the price? 25 cents.
It couldn't just be free. I see how it is. All this money you just made, you can't even give it away. You gotta give it away for a quarter.
Hey, don't knock.
We take what we can get. I'm not gonna knock it. We'll
you
take
do that for every issue. Give us that for a quarter, man. You'll sell out. But,
I mean, go back to $1.
Oh, here's the ad. They're not pushing posters yet, but look, you can get your Action 1000 T-shirt.
Oh yeah, they had those at the store that I went to.
Oh, did they? I did not see them. So for the fans of Krypton the Report, you know what Tyler Patrick's going to be sporting in a couple weeks.
Dude, all the Superman merch on Amazon went up, by the way. I was just like, really, dude? Y'all are some cheesy mofos.
Oh, yeah. Because
I wanted to buy like a Superman hoodie, like the one with the S in the pockets, and it was like $45. I'm like, just last week it was like 24.
Because it's 80th anniversary, Lilith. People are going to be looking for Superman.
Damn gougers.
People are really going to be doubling down and looking for Superman stuff now.
Yeah, I hope so. I think overall Superman is a great character. It's just that in this time, people are afraid to lean into that cheese that is Superman, but he is our symbol of hope. And he should always be that. He doesn't have to be grimdark or gritty. You know, he's the most alien of us all, but
that's
for me the most relatable. Like I can't relate to Batman.
That's one of the biggest That's one of the biggest weaknesses. Sorry. That's one of the biggest weaknesses of the DCEU is they went dark with Superman, and no,
that's not what he's here for. That's what we have Batman for.
Why do you think Wonder Woman did so well? Because she is
the Superman of the DCEU.
Exactly. That's what Superman should have been. Yes, that's what Man of Steel should have been.
Well, they rushed it. You know, with the whole Superman Returns thing, it really threw a wrench in things. They should have known it was going to throw a wrench in things, but I digress. That's a conversation for another time.
They wanted to play catch up with Marvel, and it's like, no, I would have.
You can't cheat that. You really can't. Because every character is undeveloped as hell.
Even you have to admit, Marvel put in the time.
They put in the them to work, and they also weren't afraid, as Charlie likes to say, lean into the skin. Because, come on, Thor Dark World 2. Even my boyfriend hates it, and he loves Thor. He hates that one.
That's probably the worst MCU.
He's a Thor apologist, bro, and he hates that one.
That's probably the worst MCU movie. Yeah.
I don't know. That second Hulk with Ed Norton wasn't the best either.
I still think it's better than Thor Dark World.
Well, Thor Dark World had Idris Elba, so I can't really.
We got the Abomination finally, and like Charlie says, they destroyed Brooklyn, and no one talks about it. Or is it the Bronx? I don't know. All right.
Let's mosey on out of here.
All right. Everyone, we're here all the time. Send in your thoughts.
Literally all the time.
Well, yeah. And, send in your thoughts on Action 1000.
Were you a schmuck like me? How many variants did they sucker you into?
What was your favorite story? Or do you agree with Lilith about the Bendis? The Bendis.
I'm gonna need a Bendis super fan. Convince me, persuade me.
And stay tuned.
Challenge.
And stay tuned. We got a lot of good stuff coming. Infinity War is going to be huge here for our 50th episode. Be a two-parter, people.
I did buy something Infinity related.
You don't have a gauntlet.
It's the Gauntlet t-shirt. Oh, no, it was too much. I was like, I don't even care about this movie. I can't spend $89 on this. I bought the cap shield, which was really expensive. So that's as far as it goes. And the Thor hammer, which is actually a piece of trash. But anyway.
But you don't like Marvel.
I collect stuff in case I need to gouge during the holidays on eBay. Anyway, what's that voicemail?
Good Lord. Don't podcast drunk people. So yeah, send in your thoughts on Action 1000, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, facebook.com/capesandlunatics, @capeslunatics on Twitter. We're going strong with the Instagram again, Capes and Lunatics. And the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. The easiest way to get a hold of us, even if you're drunk, right, Lil?
How do you think I got through the Bendis story a third time?
Tequila. All right, everyone.
Rum.
This is it. It's the end. Christopher Reeves flying around the planet.
Oh, that's what you should have had queued up. We don't need to go in reverse, though. It wasn't that bad.
Oh, man.
Didn't mess up that bad.
Oh, man. Luke and I were watching. They were playing the Christopher. We were watching like the last hour. Christopher Reeve, the first Superman movie was on Sci-Fi. Him reversing the Earth. He was Barry Allen Flashpoint before Barry Allen did Flashpoint anywhere. Comics, TV. Chris Reeve did it first. And not even to save his mom, just to save some woman. I don't even know if they're really dating.
Margot Kidder, Lois Lane.
Sorry. Then. That was before Father Time smacked her in the face, but.
Philip!
I'm sorry.
She's okay. Is she still alive?
What's that? You started first.
Somebody had to get her out of that tree.
Remember the S means hope.